If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
Excuse me! Taxi! Come on, what are you doing?
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Do people actually does the media want America to lose this war with Iran? I mean, the coverage is negative, but it's very, very nitpicky. Have you noticed how nitpicky it is? You know, when we're talking about Karg Island and the Straits of Hormuz and they're not passable enough and they're somewhat passable, we're talking about a major, mega victory for America. Major. Look, I was worried about Iran possibly sinking aircraft carriers. That's not, our aircraft carriers. That's not happening. They're also not killing thousands of people in Israel, in Jordan, in Qatar, in America, in UAE. It's pinpricks, the harassment fire. Very few people have died. That's a good thing. We have minimized casualties. We are vanquishing our enemy. Yes, they are lobbing basically bottle rockets into the sky. But it's really having no impact. So we're winning. And every time I turn on the fake news, it's doom and gloom. And then I thought, it's like every other thing with President Trump. It's the media, always doom and gloom. It's doom and gloom when he was running in 2016. His presidency, doom and gloom. Oh, Russia collusion, right? It all turns out to be fake and wrong, and he wins. Oh, they really got him now. Now he'll never get out of this one. And then you find out this one, whatever situation he's jammed in, isn't so bad. It's a creation, really, a false kind of artificial scenario. The FBI trying to trip him up over nothing. They're winning. We are winning right now. And we're beating Iran, and we're going to get them to do what we want them to do and get them not to do what we don't want them to do. What are those things? Number one, no more missiles. We're shooting their missiles into oblivion. They have fewer and fewer and fewer missiles. They have fewer and fewer and fewer drones. It makes sense. We have overwhelming air power. We got a lot of bombs. And also, we got time. This damn thing is not 2 weeks old. Started a week ago Saturday. I asked somebody the other day, how long have we been at war with Iran? 2 months? No. It hasn't even been 2 weeks. And initially, they were saying, this is going to last for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months. We have no idea. I think it's going to be over next Wednesday, tops. Probably Monday or Tuesday. This thing is winding down. We've hit more than 5,000 targets. We're running out of things to blow up. We took out their leadership. The only guy they have left to run is the lame. They say he's impotent. Now, how would we know that? Ayatollah Mujtaba Khamenei, the son of the previous Ayatollah, who is dead, is poised to take over. He's 56 years old. They say he has problems in the bedroom department. I don't know how we would know that. I don't know if we want to hold that against the guy. I mean, 56 years old. He's not exactly 16 anymore. Does that have anything to do with anything? I don't know. Hopefully at 56, you have discovered other pursuits. Like me, I get my kicks above the waistline, sunshine. I mean, I don't know. There are a lot of reasons to not like the Ayatollah Khamenei. That he can't get it up, reportedly, is not one of them. We'll cut him some slack on that. However, he's missing a leg. It got blown off. He's missing a hand. Apparently, he doesn't have a mouth anymore. So he's in bad shape. Is he going to be able to hang on? And even when he was at his prime, he wasn't exactly the most interesting character. He had not a pleasing personality. And from what I hear, he was shirking in his studies of the Quran. Okay, meaning he's not the number one expert, and that's what you're supposed to be. This thing is going well. It's going to be over soon. Was there anything else about that? I saw Martha Raddatz, all of them. They just want us to not win this thing. Trump derangement syndrome. You've heard of Trump derangement syndrome. It is a real thing. A lot of people have it. Republicans, Democrats, a surprising number of Republicans. There's also something called, as our friend Blaine Holt pointed out, TCS, not TDS, but TCS, Trump complacency syndrome. President Trump will figure it out. President Trump always pulls that rabbit out of the hat. He'll do it. We can just sit back and watch The Trump Show, which is a very compelling show. I enjoy the hell out of it. You never know what he's going to say next. You never know what's going to happen next. Oh, my gosh, he's in trouble this time. How is he going to get out of this? Oh, my gosh, he did it again. Look at what he said on True Social. It's all great stuff. But we have to understand that he has done his part. He became president, but he can't do everything. There's a lot of stuff out there that we have to do, we as citizens, and one of them is vote. We got to vote our asses off. You know, he is so compelling and so interesting and so charismatic and so entertaining and so smart and so good that it's no problem turning out to vote for him. The people we have to choose from in the midterms aren't really any of those things, right? Some have a few things going for them, but look, I think you should vote Republican because the Democrats, what they represent is total insanity. So yes, a lot of Republicans don't have the traits of President Trump. However, they are not crazy, and they don't believe it's appropriate for, little boys and girls to hang out with drag queens and little boys and girls to take hormones, and they think that it's a good thing to have borders. And, if you come here, great, but you got to come here legally. Support law enforcement, strong defense. You got to have kind of a culture, right? The Constitution is good. America is not the problem. America has problems, but America is not the problem. You have to believe in the legitimacy of your own country. And that's why I vote pretty much Republican. The other side doesn't agree with any of that stuff, but they've got an advantage over us in that all they got going really in their lives, the left, is politics. I mean, you look at the rallies that they turn out for, they'll show up for anything, and they'll show up with a lot of people. President Trump can fill a convention hall. President Trump can fill a stadium. But these people will show up for, an assemblywoman running in the Bronx. They'll show up and they'll dedicate their time. I remember Mamdani, of all people, when he was running for mayor. What the hell did he do? He summoned everybody, 30,000 people, and they showed up for a scavenger hunt. Hey, this is going to be cute. We're going to have a scavenger hunt. I'm like, dude, I already got plans. But 30,000 people didn't have plans, stopped what they were doing to show up because a politician told them to. Conservatives have other things going on, right? We have, generally speaking, a lot of us have family concerns. We've got job concerns. We've got church. We've got relatives. We have active and varied and engaged lives. A lot of folks on the left, they think about these things all day long. They're online. They spend all their time online. By the way, I figured out a real good formula for not being online as much. I only will use the phone in certain circumstances. I will not use it when I'm walking. I will not use it when I'm at the dinner table. I will not use it when I'm sitting on my favorite couch. I will not use it because I sense it myself. This damn thing could be taken over. It could take over your life if you're not careful and suck out your soul. Did you see the Iranian women from Iran on the soccer team? They defected to Australia. Good for them. I hope their families are going to be all right. You never know, right? They could stone them to death, all the stuff that they do over there. Let's see here. Yeah, Martha Raddatz, Griffin, they're rooting for the other side. We have not lost any aircraft carriers. I was worried about that. They strike you as sitting ducks. They're not really sitting ducks. I thought it was like a sitting duck, but they have this. You can't think of it as a boat. You got to think of it as a fortress. And the fortress is bigger than the aircraft carrier. They got like 16 boats, and all of those ships can track hundreds, even thousands of incoming missiles. So I'd hate for one to get through. It only takes one missile to sink an aircraft carrier. But boy, they would love to do that right now. So as we get further and further into this thing, they got to be hyper vigilant. That would be catastrophic.
If If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy.
Download and subscribe
at BeBullish.com.